Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of my new RimWorld of Magic series, The Order of the Golem. I'm Icon, and we're going to build up Golemancer's Order. So, just like my last series based around Necromancers, this is a thematically a roleplay session, basically, where we're going to play under a strict regimen of Golemancers only, which is a pretty new class that has been introduced into the RimWorld of Magic mod. And I'm totally down for trying that out. It comes with the ability to create golems, so I donated this order a first golem to start with. And the Golemancer spellbook is based around improving the bond between Golem and Golemancer, but also body modifications and runic brandings and stuff like that. So we're going to have some fun with that. I also added into this colony's ideology that slavery is totally okay. So we're going to work around with something like a golem and slave army in the later stages of the game. I start out technologically, as you might have already noticed, with a Neolithic tribe, but unlike my other series, this time it is totally allowed, and not only allowed, but also wanted to advance into the high-tech age because I want to work with mecha golems as well. So in storytelling wise, this tribe here is living on a rim world that has high tech as well. So we just accept that. There's mechanoids and all the jazz over here. These guys, they just prefer to live in a Neolithic society. Well, I'd say this book is what made them what makes them advance themselves. All right. I also added into this mod to make things a little bit more interesting a couple of extra modifications that enable different materials and metals. So I got different gemstones, different metals. I also added in different material weaves because in the longer run this order of the golem is meant to be a more sophisticated organization than my last necromancer's order, so they want to have trade relationships, we want to have a civilized outcome with our neighborhood, but we also want to have war. I also see these people as artificers in general, so I felt like more materials to work with would be a lot of fun. All right, that's that. I hope you guys are interested to stay from this point on, because now we're going to start out. In the description box down there, you'll also find the entirety of the used mods in this series. So if you are interested, just check it out. Now, we're living here in a desert tile. Well, not exactly a desert tile. It's desert around me, but we're living in an oasis. This is a tile that came from more vanilla biomes. I love the idea to have a Golemancer's Order sitting on an oasis. So I also happened to land on a rocky tile or mountainous tile, so I'm quite okay with that. The oasis is a lot more lush and abundant than compared to a regular desert tile. You got a lot more terrain fertility here. You see there's even fertile ground. The super fertile one, which is pretty good because we're going to need enormous amounts of Devil's Strand and whatnot, and let's go. I'm so excited for that one. When I saw the Golemancer class, I was completely down. When I rolled these people, I was only looking for the traits, so everybody of them is magically gifted, and I didn't really pay attention to their stats, but it came down that I rolled up people with pretty decent stats overall. So we got Rizessi, crafting and melee, sanguine person. We have to choose a first Golemancer here. Careful shooter, magically gifted and tough. Incapable of violence. I'm not sure if I want to give this person the first Golemancer's book. And mining, crafting, tortured artist, incapable of social. Well, I'd say we're going to give Rizessi the beginning the first of them books. So Golemancy works like that. You got a skill which improves the link between the golem and you, and you also got skill. This skill here, rune carving, will amplify the efficiency of body parts. Use that, which it's used at. It's pretty cool. Body modification in magical styles. Brandings are, well, temporary magical marks between this dude and somebody who's going to receive them. You have to learn the brands via scrolls. And Sigil Surge and Sigil Drain are interacting with the brands. Sigil Surge amplifies the brands and drains your mana, and Sigil Drain activates all the brands and powers up the Golemancer and lets the branded suffer. That's why I came up with the idea of slaves. The idea of a Golemancer with a couple of slaves he's using as his branded army to bolster his own power. Too many cool ideas came up when I checked out this class to not make this happen. Now, but to begin with, Golemancy is honestly boring. We don't have many things to do. I did create a flesh golem to start with because, you know, otherwise I would have had to unlock golem theory already, and I didn't want to give these people that kind of head start. That's just... I don't know. But enough of the talk, let's go for some play. This area here looks really well defendable. And so does this one. I'm pretty sure we will, one way or another, move our base of operations into this nice valley here that comes with a lot of natural defense. So I'm gonna start out my endeavors here in that area. So we need wood and lots of other things, but before we need anything else, we need to allow everything on the floor. So there's a kind of a structure I could use. So is here. There's also 2 geothermal vents here in the close vicinity. It's going to prove very useful later. Wayward Mobile Assembler. Oh, that's actually wildlife, isn't it? Jeez. Okay. Alright. So, well, I don't have too much choice. I have to build with wood first, so... Let's start out somewhere here. I'm going to make it like this. Or do I want to? No, by all means, no. I just realized that this structure here should be removed. It's sitting on a patch of fertile ground, which I will and want use to do agriculture there. No, we're just going to set up a little bit of a barracks, as usual. You know me. I like to start out with barracks early on. Here, I can create a pretty big room here with a very low amount of effort. Okay, so finally a new beginning. So on Anstice seems to be the construction person, Rosessi as well. We got really passionate miners. I like that. Chahar will receive the craftings. Rosessi is very passionate about that too. I'll rather leave it with something like that for now. And, well, who's good with plants? So Hualina will do that, I guess. Is that okay? I don't like this. The hauling job on her seems to be quite off. Rosessi is going to do this first. Okay, we got that. Alright, so let's see. If I remember correctly, it's pretty hard to start out with this. Yeah. They don't even have a spot to sleep at. We need to harvest bedroll material first somehow. Tough life. Well, okay though. The next thing I'll need is some stockpiling area, and I don't want the stockpiling to happen where my people are sleeping at. It's only a foolproof recipe for a disaster because stockpiled stuff is just ugly. And ugliness breeds really bad mood. So I think if I remember correctly, I can't even make cut stone here right now. So we're going to put up a campfire in here. So the golem should be installed somewhere. So the golem works like that. He's going to start to store energy by just standing around, and once he's fully charged, he's going to awaken. You can add all manner of different things into your golems, but, well, not for now. So, stockpile zone, dumping stockpile zone, I want to have all excess stone here for now stored there. Okay. That's out of the way. What can we do here? There's a Gavy. Well, that's pretty good, actually. And there's a lot of wood available. The Oasis is a easier start on the desert tile, but also I really do like how it feels to play there. Desert does not always have to be inhospitable and horrible, in my opinion. Although that's also pretty cool flair. So Recessi, pick up the Iqua. Juelina Hintermeyer. I guess she was a dropout from a high-tech society. And, oh geez. Good shooters are hard to come by here. So we're going to at least give everybody a weapon. That's the least I can do. Difficulty-wise, we're rolling here with a 200% threat rating Randy, because I felt like, you know, I wanted to Randy this. I usually don't play with Randy. Maybe I'll change this in the future too, but I wanted to give him a chance again. Okay. So, the first thing that really bothers me at this place is that my dudes are all not able to sleep somewhere comfy. That's unacceptable. Golem is charging up rather quickly, though. Nice. Didn't expect that to be this user-friendly to begin with. Okay, so what can we do? We're going to need a place to science add. So let's put down a thinker's bench. And it does need steel. So where do I get steel from? Added all manner of different bonus material, extra metals into this game, but... Alright, there goes. Because research is unquestionable right now the most important thing that I can and will bring up. So we're going to bring up a crafting spot. Let's see, what can I do here? Make candles. Ooh. Cigarettes. A journal. Smoke leaf joints. Make a hat bag. Recurve bows, though. Let's do some recurve bows. I like the idea of that. And now that we got this down, Juelina will be my researcher. I mean, it fits her profile pretty well. Growing and mining are all pretty sporadic jobs, and therefore, I think that's a good thing. So, stone stacking, gather pebbles, stone crushing, stone cutting. Okay. So obviously, But let's try this. I mean, I did leave the medieval technologies intact or the medieval mod package that I had when I left the Necromancers. So another thing that crossed my mind, we should definitely start planting out food as quick as possible. Potatoes are a staple food for desert environments for me. Let's see. Let's do this like that. Jolina is busy with the research. Okay. So, my folks, they won't like it right now. This thing looks like a golem itself. So, oh, I can at least put up a butcher table. Now that's quite the relief. Alright. In this environment, bringing up the necessary leather for everybody will be a little bit more challenging than usual. I like that. So let's hunt the iguanas. Yay, my golem. So the fun part about your golem is you can send them on to duties like these. How powerful is my golem actually? Well, 4.19 average damage, 12 melee damage per blow. He definitely managed to show the iguana who's boss, so okay. Decent start. So, what can I do here? Golemancy. Can Rzesi just bond to his, No. I think he needs to learn that skill first before we can do that. So, Butcher Creature forever. Ooh. What can I do here? Can I somehow preserve food? No, I can only cook meals out of that. Too bad. I mean, basically I'm... Oh, who's the cook, actually? Anstice. Anstice is allocating too many jobs. That's for sure. Alright, so Rzesi... How can I use that skill, though? Obviously, I do already own them. Increases movement speed and damage reduction of the golem. That's something I like. Okay, and now... How can Rzesi do this? So the dormant position for this snazzy little golem should be there. And can Rzesi do his magic here somewhere like that? I'm totally new to this whole character class myself, so I am a little bit confused myself. So, follow master. But how can I assign this golem to Rzesi? That's the interesting question. A golem may only be assigned to one pawn. Maybe I need to do this via the golem. A boulder mid has self-tamed. Well, okay. Hi there, you little thing. Alright, so... Ah, here. I think that's now. Yeah, golem augmentation. So that's how to configure it. All right, got it. Wonderful. I knew I would find it. So let's pick up Golem Boy, and you know, there's an emu down there. Let's go. This is a real fight compared to the iguana for before that. So the flesh golem definitely wins. Auto tend. Okay. Golem auto-tended himself, but I can't tell the golem to hold that. So there are limitations, but that's okay. Totally okay for me. Now let's deconstruct that place. Stone stacking. And now let's go for stone crushing. Crush rock chunks into crushed stone in order to make them as building. Okay. Or brick after researching stone cutting. Now, collecting spot. What can I do there? Gather sandstone pebbles. Marble pebbles. Well, let's try that out. I mean, I never really worked with that technology because in my last run I already had these dry stack. Wasn't that something for the security? Yeah. Here. The real interesting question is, what can I do with these pebbles there? Gather pebble or rock chunks and stack them into dry stack, or make them as material of walls. Well, let's see. There's nothing more fun than trying out new mod stuff and seeing where it leads us. So Tahar gathered some pebbles. So can I use pebbles now as, yes, pebbles marble wall. So this works as a substitute for stone before you're technologically capable of using stone. That's pretty cool, actually. Really. So let's do one thing, and that's pemmican forever. The cool thing about tribal starts is, due to their access to pemmican technology, you can easily harvest wild veggies and fruits and stuff, and when there's enough animals around you, there's really no shortage of long-lasting food then. Oh, and we also could venerate the anima tree, but somehow I feel as if psycasting in RimWorld of Magic. I didn't count that in, and I don't plan to do. A little bit sad that this OASIS map, though, only spawned its bodies of water at the borders of the map. But at the same time, I like this place, nevertheless. Okay, but how do I play this out in the long run? So, Juelina is not researching right now. Why, actually? Ah, because I assigned a ton of harvesting jobs there. Okay, fair enough. Now she's back on the science table. Okay, she's pretty slow with that, and it's going to take a while, but it's totally okay for me. Rizesi, meanwhile, will upgrade our golem. I mean, the cool thing about this flesh golem is my colony has a pretty cool guardian angel from the get-go. So there's really no serious issue here whatsoever for these folks. I'm also considering putting down a flooring here. Can I use pebble for floor tiles too? Yes, I can. Oh, neat. Alright, so we're going to gather some marble pebbles all the way down until we get 200. So let's drop down even an own stockpile zone for the pebbles. now with a higher priority, so we don't run every time to another spot there. I've only got 2 days worth of food. Let's get rid of that boulder med. I really don't see why I should keep that beast. I mean, it consists of stone, so it basically would fit somehow arbitrarily into a golem niche, but actually it's a big animal with a stone on its back, so no. Oh, look at the golem doing all the tedious jobs out there. Isn't it lovely? So let's give my folks real bows, and also, since I'm running simple sidearms here, we're going to do this like that. Okay. I just decided that I'm going to use these pebbles as a method of... Let's see, that's not crafting. As a method of giving myself a cheap access to some flooring. Anstice and Recessi are now a couple, so we can give them a double sleeping spot now. Yeah, guys, I'm working on it, promise. So we got a couple of units of lizard skin at this point. There's a couple of donkeys. I guess it's time to send the golem soon. Strange asteroid. Oh, sky steel drop from the heavens. Cool stuff. So, how was the cost for bedroll again? Oh, I can't actually afford the first bedroll. Hooray! Progress. Okay. Well, that's why I'm doing all this. I won't be messing around with the Arcturan Sky Eels. First off, they don't even yield any leather. And second, they really pack quite a punch. They get this electricity side attack, and that makes them down people super quickly, super heavily. So I'd say Recessi is going to be the is going to focus on the golem first, so increases the overall awareness of the golem. I really got no clue whether or not consciousness really does change anything. Well, yes, it does. It increases in the same amount these other stats. That's cool. It's cool and desirable. Okay. Go get him. Punch that donkey. So, yeah, well, it definitely is a lot harder to take out a donkey with a zombie, I wanted to say, with a golem. Its fighting power is not that insanely high, but, well, I honestly didn't expect that. Let's widen this cavern a bit. Wow, Colina is a insanely fast miner. Yay. Low drone. It's okay. Alright. The Order of Golem. Desert Haven. Alright, here we go. Faction has been founded. One of the most important parts has been already done now. Okay, but I'll need more veggie. That's for sure. So let's use that fertile ground here to make stuff happen. I we'll use the orange areas for potatoes pretty much exclusively, because potatoes love that ground. It's the best area to go for if you want to. Or no, it's the best you can do with that kind of area. That's how I want to put it. And since I picked a tile that has a year-round growing period, we won't have any issues with that. After playing lately on a tile that had a 20-day growing cycle, I really felt as if I wanted to go for something else this time. Ambrosia right next to my doorstep. Wow. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it. Okay. Nice. That's really nice. I didn't expect so much luck. Alright, so we'll send the donkey. We'll send the donkey killer again. That's one thing that really bugs me a little bit about golems right now, that they don't have a own menu or something like that. It's hard to find them. Alright. With that donkey out of the way, I should be able to build the next sleeping spot. Right now, it's all about the sleeping spots for me. I hope we'll get enough. We'll get enough veggie here somehow to transform that meat into something longer lasting. I just realized that we'd be really well off with a nice big table here. Oh no, let's source that with bone, because you know we got a lot of bone. And one stool for everybody. With a Neolithic society, I really think that bone furniture is totally okay, except for that awful table. Unacceptable. Recently considering Quality Builder mod more and more. I haven't used it back in the time, but I'm more and more annoyed by extremely low quality furnitures. Okay, so I got that out of the way. Now, cat goes on exploration. What's... Oh, rude. What's really right now a little bit of an issue is that my food will spoil quite soonly, and I don't like that. So the lovebirds have to wait for their sleeping spot the longest time. So I wonder whether or not the golems heal or not. So last time it went onto auto tending, and this time it didn't. So I can't tend the golem. So still pretty new to that whole golem business. So frame upgrade, movement and damage reduction. Damage reduction is an insanely powerful thing. Oh, wait a second. Increases the productivity output of the Golemancer. Okay. Then let's stick with the frame upgrades for now. And punch that donkey. Oh, there's another iguana there. Nice. Sadly, I can't order that thing to carry stuff for me. Anywho, that's okay. The golem is on its own already very, very useful. And a pretty cool starting gadget for this place. So we're now going to put down, flagstone. Here goes. This will keep them busy for quite some time, but at the same time, it'll lower the "it's so friggin' ugly" debuff in that place here. Because the problem there is here, -3 on every piece of dirt out there. So beauty rating is very low, but if you have these flagstones, the ugliness transforms into neutrality. So, oh, barb slingers. Now we're talking business. These baddies are they're really bad news. Barb slingers are no fun. So we're also going to slap down a little bit of a high duty zone. So this is going to be where we're going to plant out for now. Well, gonna plant out rice here for now because it's fast growing and it has a very high fertility sensitivity. My people are on low food right now, and I really got to work on that. Planting out stuff as much as possible will mitigate that problem, because right now, well, there's a little bit of a gavy out there that I can repeatedly harvest, but it's not that easy right now. It's not that easy. There's not exactly a huge abundance of food out there, but it's also not that super scarce. That's why I wanted to be here. It's a nice challenge in between. Only early on, later down the road, it'll grow easier, but for now, I really enjoy that, how it works out here. Okay, my dear friends, that's that for the first episode. I am quite happy with the basics that I have set up here. We got the bare necessities, I'd say. But there's still a lot more to be done, and I can't wait to get it done, basically. Next episode, we're definitely going to go deeper into the food supplies and going to build a sleeping spot for Rosessi and Anstais and stuff like that. Alrighty, thanks so much for watching. Drop your comments down below. I hope you enjoy the new concept of the series. Leave a thumbs up on it if you did, to make it more visible to all the rest out there. And, of course, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already. There's daily content popping up there. All you need to do is turn on the notification bell and you won't miss anything there in the future. Apart from that, I mentioned the description box down there already. You'll not only find the mod list there, but also my Twitch channel, where I do daily streams, my Discord channel, where you can find a nice and like-minded community, and last but not least, also ways and means to support my video channel directly. I'd be delighted if you check those out, but if you don't you sweat too much about that. I deeply appreciate the time you've spent watching this video and listening to this all here. Have a nice day, and I hope to see you again on the next episode. Goodbye.